The family group chat buzzed with excitement as my sister Victoria shared pictures of our grandfather's Hampton estate, its pristine white walls glinting against the deep blue Atlantic. 37 relatives were already mapping out the annual summer reunion, a week-long display of wealth, status, and family pride that had been a fixture of our calendar for decades. This year's theme is achievement and distinction, Victoria announced during our video call, her manicured nails glinting in the sunlight streaming through her Manhattan office. We're highlighting family members who've reached notable milestones. I sat in my modest Washington, D.C. apartment, clad in my standard government-issued navy blazer, listening with the same familiar sense of detachment. My cousin Marcus, newly made partner at his law firm, would flaunt his corporate triumphs. My brother-in-law James would talk about the expansion of his medical practice. Even my teenage nephew was being lauded for his Princeton acceptance. Sarah, Victoria's voice carried that sharp note of disappointment. We've decided this year's gathering should highlight substantive accomplishments. Your government role doesn't quite fit the narrative of success we're presenting. Her words stung but didn't surprise me. For 8 years, my family had quietly regarded my career as a disappointment, a capable woman who'd chosen public service over conventional prestige. They had no idea that my so-called modest job was actually Deputy Ambassador for Economic Affairs, a position requiring Senate approval and 3 years of rigorous security clearances. The Hampton estate symbolizes our family's status, Uncle Robert added, heir to grandfather's construction empire. We need attendees who represent business success and social prominence. Marcus nodded approvingly from his video feed. Several of my law firm colleagues will attend, along with key corporate clients. Sarah's presence might reflect poorly on our family's professional image. What they didn't realize was that my work involved hosting foreign dignitaries, negotiating international trade deals, and managing high-stakes diplomatic relations that shaped global markets. Their concerns about professional standards were trivial compared to the protocols I handled every day. Perhaps next year, Victoria added with faux sympathy, when your career is more substantive. I discreetly checked my secure phone. An encrypted alert had arrived. Ambassador requests immediate consultation regarding diplomatic summer residence. The foreign minister's delegation needed Hampton area accommodations for urgent trade negotiations. The irony was delicious. While my family prepared a pompous showcase of achievement, I was being tasked with opening my classified diplomatic residence, a 40-acre Hamptons estate that made grandfather's mansion look modest. I understand, I said calmly. I hope your family's celebration is a great success. Ending the call, I smiled. Their weekend of success was about to be eclipsed by real international significance. The next morning, urgent briefings arrived about an international trade crisis demanding immediate diplomatic action. The German foreign minister's emergency visit to negotiate automotive tariffs required secure accommodations far from Washington's political spotlight. Ambassador Chin, I said during the classified video conference, the Hampton diplomatic residence offers perfect security and discretion for these negotiations. The 40-acre estate, officially designated Diplomatic Residence Hampton 7, had been acquired by the State Department 5 years ago precisely for situations like this. As the resident deputy ambassador, my responsibilities included managing high-level foreign delegations while ensuring strict operational security. All protocols were approved. Ambassador Chin responded, full diplomatic authority granted. These negotiations could avert a trade war threatening millions of American jobs. Victoria's family reunion was slated for the same weekend, but that was of no concern to me. My diplomatic duties always took precedence, especially since my family had already dismissed my career as inconsequential. Wednesday's intelligence briefing outlined the magnitude of international attention. The German delegation would attend, alongside EU trade representatives, congressional leaders, and global media, all descending on the Hamptons for talks with the potential to reshape the automotive industry. The security perimeter extends 2 miles in all directions, explained Special Agent Rodriguez, coordinating the diplomatic protection operation. Civilian access will be strictly limited to maintain confidentiality. It dawned on me that grandfather's mansion, where my family planned to parade their success, fell squarely within the restricted zone. Their yacht party would be cancelled by federal mandate, an outcome they had no clue was looming. By Thursday, family confusion had begun. Victoria called, exasperated by sudden roadblocks in their party plans. "Sarah, something weird is going on in the Hamptons. The Harbor Authority cancelled our yacht permits, citing a federal security event. Do you know anything about government activity affecting our weekend?" I remained diplomatically neutral. Government operations often necessitate temporary adjustments to local events. "This is ridiculous," Victoria continued. "We've been planning this for months. Grandfather's house is iconic in Hampton society." She failed to grasp that diplomatic imperatives trumped any social tradition, family prestige, or historical significance. Friday was consumed by final preparations, establishing secure communication networks, coordinating diplomatic transport, and managing international media. The compound's transformation into a temporary embassy revealed capabilities far beyond anything my family could imagine. Deputy Ambassador Richardson, Agent Rodriguez reported, the German delegation lands at 1,400 hours. Media are calling this the most consequential trade negotiation in recent memory. From the security monitors in my command center, I could see my family's beach house in the distance, inside the restricted zone that would prevent their achievement and excellence celebration from proceeding. Their exclusive weekend was about to be cancelled by genuine international importance. By Saturday morning, Victoria was in full panic as federal agents established security perimeters around their estate. "Sarah, there are government vehicles everywhere. They're saying our house is inside a diplomatic security zone. No one can access it." I observed from the control room of my diplomatic residence as Secret Service agents coordinated with State Department security to ensure the German delegation's safety. The main mansion, a breathtaking 15,000-square-foot home with private beach access, was now a fully secured hub of global diplomacy, dwarfing anything my family had ever envisioned. My diplomatic residence had effectively become a temporary embassy for high-stakes international trade negotiations. "Ma'am," Special Agent Rodriguez addressed me formally, "the foreign minister's motorcade is approaching. Should we maintain visual security over nearby civilian properties?" "Follow standard protocol," I instructed, watching my family's bewildered reactions on the security monitors. Victoria's voice trembled over the phone. "Sarah, they're saying there's some high-level government event happening. You work for the government, can you find out what's going on?" Before I could answer, the German delegation's motorcade swept past grandfather's mansion en route to my compound. Ambassador Chin stepped from the lead car, followed by Foreign Minister Klaus Weber and a team of EU trade officials, whose discussions could alter the global economy. Deputy Ambassador Richardson, Ambassador Chin greeted me with measured formality. "The Foreign Minister commends your preparation. This residence offers the ideal security and facilities for sensitive negotiations." Through my phone, I could hear Victoria's stunned silence as she realized the magnitude of what was unfolding near her own home. "Sarah," she whispered. "Are you involved in this?" "I'm hosting German Foreign Minister Weber for urgent trade talks," I replied evenly. "My residence is serving as the venue for negotiations that could prevent a global trade war." Her silence was complete. "You're diplomatic?" "What?" Victoria's voice cracked. "This 40-acre compound," I explained, watching Minister Weber enter the main conference hall, "is my working residence as Deputy Ambassador for Economic Affairs. The agreements being discussed here this weekend will shape global automotive trade and impact millions of jobs." From my vantage point, I could see my family's prestigious beach house reduced to a small speck within the vast security perimeter protecting a matter of real international importance. Their celebration of achievement had been swept aside by actual diplomacy. By Sunday evening, after the German delegation departed following successful negotiations, Victoria called again. Media coverage had already made it clear whose residence had hosted talks preventing a potential trade crisis. "Sarah," she said, a mix of awe and disbelief in her voice, "the news is calling you Deputy Ambassador Richardson. They're saying you live on a 40-acre diplomatic estate that makes our family home look tiny. Your residence is designed for hosting international events." I responded professionally, observing as the security perimeter around grandfather's property was gradually lifted. "Your work affects millions of jobs," a reporter had said. This is global-level impact. Calls of apology and admiration followed, Marcus, Uncle Robert, and eventually the entire family who had long dismissed my unimpressive government career. We had no idea, Victoria admitted. We thought you were unsuccessful all these years, but your work, it's on a scale we never imagined. Achievement takes many forms, I said gently. Some of the most important work happens behind diplomatic security, away from the spotlight. Their lavish Hamptons celebration had been cancelled, not by misfortune, but by my genuine international responsibilities. In the end, it was the family they underestimated who had been serving global interests while they prepared to toast their own social success.